What up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6 of The Fearless Show. I am your host, Dario Hunt. With me is my co-host, as always, Mr. Doris Walker. Say
What's
what up.
up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 6 of The Fearless Show.
Yo, so you been watching these World Series, man?
Man. I've been seeing the headlines, but I haven't been catching up on the actual games. Has it been crazy?
You've been missing out. I told you it was going to be historic, and it's historic right now. We're in the middle of a moment.
Okay.
Game 6 is live right now. 7-2 Cubs trying to make this to Game 7. Came back from 3-1 trying to bring this to Game 7 and pull off a miracle.
Ooh, what? That's a classic. That's going on right
I told you, I said I'm going to watch it from start to finish. And it hasn't let me down yet, man. It's been pretty live. I just hope my Cubs, I can't say my Cubs. I don't really care. I just want the Cubs to finally end this drought.
Yeah.
But it's been live. It's been a live series.
Wow. Okay. That was the top of the 6 right now. Cubs are up.
Yep.
Nice. Dang. Okay.
So,
Wow, it's a game.
so if we go Game 7, you got to watch that.
Wow, yeah, it's looking like wow. Okay, 7-2, Game 7. That's what you want, though. Is a Game 7.
I want a Game 7. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Let me not jinx this. We still got a lot of baseball to go.
Oh yeah, that's okay. If not, but hey, it looks like
They're looking good right now. But in other sporting news, Jesus Shuttlesworth has officially retired.
mm-hmm. Ray.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Jesus Shuttlesworth is Mr. Ray Allen, one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Greatest. Okay, Ray Allen is one of the reasons LeBron James has a ring. Or was that?
That was Ray. He hit that big
Ray.
one.
Yeah.
He hit a big shot. Big shot.
Big three. Okay, we're talking final seconds. Without this 3-pointer, they'd probably been knocked out. So
Yeah, it was. If they didn't win, it was over. So he officially retired, and he wrote a little letter to his younger self, like everybody's kind of been doing. So if you haven't done that, you got to go read that. It's pretty dope. That's Mister He Got Game, man.
Yeah, Mr. He Got Game, man. Jesus. If you haven't seen that movie, He Got Game, you need to check it out. 'Cause I don't know what you've been doing with your life if you haven't seen that.
Classic. Denzel.
Okay? Denzel Washington. Classic. Old school father figure. But crazy. He wasn't around. And Ray Allen plays this, young black basketball player trying to get scholarships. Get out the hood. Following the dream.
It's a great movie. Check it out, man. All these legends, man. They're retiring. All these people from our past that we grown up with, man. And LeBron's coming up here soon too. So
Yeah, first Kobe.
KG,
first
Tim
KG,
Duncan, Ray Allen,
Ray Allen.
legends, man.
We got some time before LeBron goes over.
I say another 5 years, but this shit's getting crazy, man. Starting to feel old.
Hey, man, but still, have you seen any of his plays this season?
Oh yeah, I've been.
He plays like he's still like 22. Like he be like banging so recklessly on people sometimes.
Here's my thing, man. He finally won in Cleveland. He has 3 rings. He beat the big bad beast in Golden State. He has nothing left to prove this year, so he's just out there playing free, and that's a scary thing to watch for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, he like brushed the chip off his shoulder last year. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, you just seen me come back from a 3-1 deficit, right? And win the first, ring in franchise history at Cleveland, where y'all were mad I left but came back home."
This is the first time in his entire career he's been able to just play free. It's gonna be fun to watch, man.
The pressure's all on Steph Curry now. Like,
all on KD.
And
Steph
it's
Curry
all on
has a ring.
KD.
Steph Curry has a
does
ring.
it.
It's all on KD.
Oh my god! I know. Why would he do that to himself? Like he literally was like, okay,
He about to get that
I was
LeBron
over
treatment.
here. Hey, for real. Like when LeBron went to Miami, like that's the treatment that KD's about to suffer.
KD's about to get that LeBron treatment. They're not looking so hot. I mean, it's only what 4 games in the season right now, but
Yeah.
they're not looking so hot. They got some shit they got to figure out. Because I'm telling you, if he loses this year, if they do anything less than win the ring,
That
it's going
team's
to be
not going to look the same next year for sure.
it's going to be a very long summer for KD. If that happens.
For real. And he already made enemies like in the transition, so
Yeah,
it's like you have to do what you did. Like I watched their games, their style is all perimeter. Like if
they have
if
no
you
bigs. They have no bigs.
they have no bigs. Like if you lock down D, then like they're not gonna get any rebounds. So all you gotta do is out rebound them and execute. And you're golden. Like
Yeah.
you know.
They're going to get out rebounded a lot, and they have no shot blockers. So it's going to be an interesting year to see how they do. Because I'm not even so sure they get to the finals, but we'll see. Them Spurs, man. Them Spurs looking tough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but they're still solid. I mean, I know what's going on, but still. I just don't like the Spurs. I hate them. They're one of my least favorite teams.
Come on, man. They're like the Patriots of the NBA.
For real though, they are this old school, like always relevant somehow, even if you don't pay attention to them. Like, yeah,
Always in the picture.
always.
Always. I respect them, but I don't like them. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
So, in other news, there was 2 really big events for Microsoft and Apple this week, where they both announced their future, kind of where they're going, specifically with their laptops. I'm gonna start with Apple.
Okay.
So Apple, they announced a lot of things. They announced the Apple TV, some stuff. They announced a couple other things, but the most important thing to talk about with Microsoft and Apple with these announcements is Apple announced the MacBook Pro, their first redesign of the MacBook Pro in probably
New MacBook Pro
6 years. Hasn't had like a major redesign.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say this is a major redesign because honestly, for those that don't know, what was revealed is all they really announced was a touch bar at the top of the keyboard.
Yeah. So what they did was make a lighter, thinner MacBook with a weird, it was almost like, I don't know, it seemed like a sidekick kind of like element, like
It seems like a gimmick.
Yeah, like this little thing. Like I can't believe they're gonna really release. It looked kind of like cheaply done. I was like, why would you have? So they have this little bar at the top, like kind of like on your cell phone. When you look at the top of your cell phone, there's this strip of little like icons and stuff.
It's a context-sensitive menu that you can control with your finger, basically.
Yeah, with your finger. Which is questionable because I don't know if they've noticed Microsoft's commercials about how you can touch the screen and a Mac can't do that.
So here's the thing: everybody, myself included, was expecting a MacBook with a touchscreen, and they decided not to go that route. Interesting choice.
Interesting. They gave you a touch bar and not a touch screen. MacBook Pro. I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't know whose idea that was. I don't know if Steve Jobs would approve of this redesign.
No, he wouldn't approve of anything that they've done in the last 5 years.
I think he's a little bit angry in the grave right now that like this came out.
I mean,
I
the
think
few examples they tried to use it with was like Photoshop and a DJ who was like trying to mix with it with his like two index fingers, and
yeah,
it just looks stupid as fuck. Like I was like, that shit looks like a pain in the ass. Like I got big hands personally, so
yeah,
me trying to like touch these little ass icons in a touchscreen like little strip, it's way more work than with a mouse or if I could just touch the screen in the first place. So I wasn't really feeling it. And then, like I said, it's an interesting choice because Microsoft, on the other hand, they came out with a couple of things. They're talking about their Surface tablet that's actually doing pretty well, surprisingly.
I
And
have
their
a Surface tablet.
and
I'm
their,
looking forward to this.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
and they have a Surface with the Surface Book, where it's like the all-in-one laptop tablet solution they tried to come out with.
yeah,
But the thing that is most interesting that they decided to go with was the Microsoft Studio. It's like a
yeah.
28-inch touchscreen desktop. Like
It was crazy. It was like the dopest touchscreen desktop I've ever seen.
it
Like,
was very un-Microsoft of them, honestly.
yeah, no, it was like what you thought Apple would do,
Yes.
but never did. And you were like, how did Apple let Microsoft get the jump on them with this? Like, it's literally the size of like a drafting table.
It's
Like this
massive.
desktop, but it's the thinnest LCD ever put on a monitor that's like a touchscreen, and it's sturdy enough for you to lean on and like do shit on.
So
It's just crazy.
it's definitely not for the average consumer. It's definitely aimed at professionals because it's
Professional.
expensive as fuck. It's like $3,000,
Right.
and but you can like angle it in all these different places, turn it into a canvas like an easel or like a drawing board, like a drafting board, like you said. And they combined that with their little Surface Pen, and they turned it into a whole, basically interactive canvas. And then the interesting thing, they also came with a dial sort of thing.
Yeah. The dial, I wasn't very sure what was going on with that, but I got it because it was away from the computer.
Yeah.
So like you could be away and do things simple, but I'm not sure. I would have to see a little bit more of the dial in action.
So it's kind of like Apple's little touch bar. I guess they're calling it touch bar,
Yeah.
in that it's very context sensitive, meaning it's depending on which app you're using it in. It's like basically a menu that you can turn and turn since the dial. So you can turn like for menu. So for example, if you're in Photoshop and you pick the paintbrush, you can change with the dial what color the brush is instantly right there, and you can use it on the desk. You can use it on the screen, and you can use it with any other Surface product.
Uh, that's what the connection was. The Surface products like connection.
So honestly, it's like a menu, and your left hand is and it's all context based, meaning whichever app you're using, whichever program you're using, you can do different things without basically clicking through everything, and it's just right there, and it's supposed to help you with productivity. So they both kind of went the same end goal, which is to help with productivity,
Yeah.
but they went about it in two very different ways.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, there were a few things that, honestly, though, I think the Apple TV thing was more impressive than the MacBook Pro.
It is the MacBook Pro is $2,500, which is insane for a
A
laptop.
laptop, yes. This is not
And
like a desktop with like extra RAM. Like this is, I think it has like 4 gigs of RAM, and you know
and
with Macs you can't really open them shits like and add shit. So
like I said, the Microsoft Studio was 3,000. So yeah,
and the
and
studio is amazing. Like
it's amazing.
if you wanna
I
like,
was like, yo, I need to try that out. Like that thing looks impressive. I can't even draw worth shit, but I can already tell. Like I edit a lot of video, and I could just tell with the dial and stuff how much faster in the huge touchscreen, how much
right,
faster I could get shit done using
exactly.
that. Like it's insane.
'Cause you don't have to like drag your finger and
Yeah.
like try to connect. You can just tap on it like quickly, like and like just kind of just move your finger on this dial and switch. Like I think that's so much more ergonomic, you know,
I was
than
very
the.
impressed, man. I didn't expect it from Microsoft. I had to say they out-appled Apple.
I couldn't believe it too. When I was watching it, I was like, okay, I thought it was just about like the Windows 10, like
Yeah.
the
Like
operating
normal,
system.
boring.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool because they added some stuff, but it wasn't like that amazing. But then like they they showed you that desktop, that studio. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I thought it looked like a prototype, like, but it was beautiful. Like it was a great, yeah. It looked like a concept computer.
I mean, for artists, like for serious artists, that looks like it would be insane to have at your disposal.
Because what they also said is the size ratio like is like it's like 1-to-1 for certain
Yeah.
things, like so like what you see is what you get, like in the color, everything's like top notch. So they said it was like the best computer ever made, or one of them that they've ever made. Well, they both
Yeah.
said their new shit is the best they ever made.
You're right. Apple always says this is the best. This is the best laptop we've ever made. For me, it's like, is Apple losing like their shit? Because they used to be the innovative ones, and now like the last couple of years, they haven't done
They've been,
anything worth noting.
I don't know. I
Their
don't
new
think.
phones are all the same. Their tablets are they're pretty much done. Like I haven't seen them announce anything new for that.
Seriously.
And this new announcement with the MacBook was very incremental at best.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm just a little confused. Like, it looks like there's
I'm
like
very confused. Like,
they hit a wall. Like, what? Steve Jobs would never let this happen. Like, I don't understand how you come out with an iPhone and fucking like the iPad and like run touchscreen game, and then don't make your fucking
yeah.
laptop computer, your most expensive products, touchscreen capable.
And most people are
Are you
like, oh, it's a
serious?
laptop. You don't need touchscreen. But look, I have a laptop and it's touchscreen. And I don't use it very often, like all the time for touchscreen. But there are some there are some instances where having the touchscreen is super convenient and just makes things so much easier. And it's like, if you can do it, why wouldn't you just do it in the first place? I don't understand. But
I will say in their defense that the larger mouse pad area for like larger gestures was actually something I wanted a long time ago. I just think that's like too little too late. Like it's a great thing that they should have had available 4 years ago.
I mean, that's cool. But I mean, if you have the touchscreen, most of those gestures you can just do on the screen.
Exactly, on the whole screen. So that's why it was like so short. It was like, why would you do that kind of gesture? Like I don't understand.
I
Like,
don't understand what they're doing now. Instead of innovating and creating new shit, they're just taking shit away, like the headphone jack. And even on the laptop, they don't
so you gotta
have.
have Bluetooth headphones now.
Even on the laptop, they don't have. They don't have USB ports.
Oh yeah,
They have
they should,
4 Thunderbolt ports,
yeah,
and that's it.
Thunderbolt ports. Like it's like what? Yeah, there's one that has a USB port. One of them does. At
But not
least. But not
the
other.
15 or the 13.
Yeah, no, it was
They
weird.
just have 4 Thunderbolt ports.
And I was like, what? Why would you? Like it was kind of annoying. I was
So
like,
now it's like every Apple product you gotta have fucking a pocket full of adapters.
exactly.
I I don't get it. Like
Exactly. You gotta have an adapter for everything Apple.
I think they're losing their touch, man. Like they better quit messing around because Microsoft isn't playing around anymore. Their Surface is
Microsoft's
actually
not
selling,
playing.
and the shit that I saw from this event shows that they're actually trying to do new shit. And then Google just came out with their first Google phone, the Pixel.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And I've been hearing a lot of good things about that phone. So like
I
Apple,
mean, Apple's losing to me for like the sake that like Gmail, like Google is doing so much with Microsoft. It's like their partnership, I feel like, is what's pushing it over the edge for Apple. It's because Google's like with Microsoft.
I just think Apple is getting very complacent.
Yeah, like did you like in one of the videos where they're like talking about when they released the new Apple stuff? The guy was like, "Oh, I see some iPhones out there. Thank you for supporting." You know, and I was just like, "That's exactly how you guys feel." Oh, look, they've got an iPhone. Thanks. Like,
It's like, hey, it's been 5 years since we did anything with our MacBooks. We added a touch bar strip. Now go buy it, basically. Like, you idiots are gonna buy this shit anyways. Like, I'm good. I don't own a Mac. I own an XPS, and I love my laptop. So, but Apple they're just losing it for me.
that was a little disappointing. I guess it was kind of like I guess, you know.
Yeah, I was like, okay, nothing. I need to go spend
this is
$2,500 on.
This is like the Razer. Like, remember when the Razer cell phones came out?
Yeah.
Like, that's what this MacBook Pro series is like right now. It's like the Razer phone. They just wanted to make something super thin and, like, make it look edgy and futuristic, but then everybody had problems. Watch.
It's not looking so hot right now for them. They need something in a hurry, you know. They need something in a hurry. There's another kind of convention, whatever you want to call them, by Elon Musk and Tesla. He's one of probably my favorite billionaire
About space
guy. This one was not about space. This one was about solar technology and like these solar panels for the house. And his basically you have to see it.
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
Basically, he managed to get these. You know, before with solar panels, you have to put these huge reflective panels on top of your roof.
Yeah.
To have it hooked up to your house, and now he's managed to turn those panels into tiles that replace your roofing directly.
Oh.
And like they blend in almost seamlessly to like a lot of different styles of tiles on housing. So like there's no huge panel anymore. It's just a bunch of individual solar panels that look like tiles of the roof. It was pretty sick, man.
Okay, he's out here he's tackling the what's that called?
Sustainable energy.
Sustainability. Yeah, sustainability. Everybody's like, sustainability. You know, and Elon Musk is like, oh, well, I've got something for that.
Yeah, and he announced like his little battery pack that the 2.0 version for the whole house, basically. Basically, during the day, you get all your power from the sun and the solar panels, and then at night, all that extra energy gets stored into that battery pack, which you can use for the rest of the night to power your whole house. Mm-hmm. So he's really pushing shit.
See, yeah.
He's probably my favorite guy out right now. Like he's not afraid to just go for it.
Honestly, Elon Musk, I actually got to see him on a talk show. I went to Stephen Colbert, his new show.
Yeah,
late night show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to the second episode of the taping of his late night show. Yeah, Elon Musk was there. Kendrick Lamar performed, so I got to see Kendrick play. And Scarlett Johansson was a guest. So
lucky bitch.
So dog, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, "Yo,
that's a pretty good 3 right there."
These tickets are free, and I get to go see Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Jo, man.
I get to go see Elon Musk, cool ass, just walk in and just be hella smooth like a James Bond billionaire, and then just watch Kendrick come in and shred the stage. And
that's a pretty good 3 right there.
Plus just seeing Stephen Colbert talk and everything.
Exactly, I love Colbert too. So like, that's
so right. 4 people. It was just So that's like,
definitely a come up right there.
Yeah, Yeah, bro. New York, New York has some crazy moments. You'll be like, oh wow, I can't believe I did that. Like, just another day. Like,
Nah, but I love Elon because man, he puts his money where his mouth is, yo. Like puts his money where his mouth is. He just opened that huge gigawatt factory. I don't know if he opened it. I think he opened it. Huge gigawatt factory, and I think he was looking at in northern Nevada around my school. So
oh wow, nice.
he's trying to do it, man. He's really trying to change the world, bro. Like, and I am a fan. And if I had hella money, I'd be all solar too.
Oh yeah. I mean, solar's always been the thing. I'm just like waiting for everybody. Like the government needs to stop just like putting out these baby incentives and just be like, all right, we have a solar initiative. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it should become a priority.
Yeah, and speaking about sustainability and climate change and all that shit, did you ever watch? Did you hear about Leonardo DiCaprio's little documentary with National Geographic?
I did. I almost
Before the
started
flood?
to watch it, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know
I
if I'm
just
ready
watched
yet.
it yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because they have it
Okay.
on YouTube. They have it on YouTube now. The
Yeah.
full thing.
I think I was I started to watch, but then I was like, I just didn't have enough time, so I was like, oh, I gotta come back to it.
Yeah, I
But
finished it.
it started with
yesterday.
like the Revenant and stuff, like he was on set and shit, or what?
Yeah, this is like basically they're following him all for like the last couple years of him. There's little shots of him doing the Revenant, but it's just a lot of shots of him going to all these different locations and trying to get educated about, climate change and stuff that's going on around the world with melting ice and all it and flooding and energy and all this stuff. And so he goes like all these different places around the world, and they're filming this whole thing, meeting with people. And you remember when he spoke in front of like the little Paris agreement signing in New York?
Yeah.
That's basically like the culmination of it. Like it leads all the way up until that final speech he gives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it kind of
like,
makes sense. I remember
Yeah.
his.
You remember he did the Oscar speech?
Yeah, when he won for the Revenant,
Yeah.
yeah, he did that speech. So, like, it makes sense that they were shooting then about this. And, like, this was, like, a theme in his life. I just didn't
Yeah,
know
so
about it.
yeah,
Like,
we
it
didn't
just
know,
seemed
so now
like a
you
little
know. It
like,
shows
why
like
is he
everything.
saying that? Like, for
Yeah, it shows everything he
acceptance.
was doing for like 2 years before he even did the Oscar speech and all that. So
Yeah,
it's
that's awesome.
it's
Which,
I
yeah,
won't say it's the most educational,
right.
but it gives a lot of it's gonna have a lot of eyes on it,
Mm-hmm.
So it's more, I think, bringing more awareness to the issue and stuff is going on than necessarily straight up educational about what's going on.
Yeah. Does it make Leo look like a real life hero?
Nah, it makes him like a human being though. Like it really like humanizes him in
Yeah.
a way, because it's basically just him just like not knowing shit and just like eager to like learn about shit that's going on. Like it was a pretty good. Like I watched it. I'll probably get my reaction. I'll probably get a reaction to it, but it was. I would say it's only 90 minutes. I would say if you got a chance, man, just watch it. It's free. It's on YouTube.
Okay. I'll check it out for sure. I'll watch the rest of it. I want to see one. So that makes me think about them doing that for other like philanthropic actors and stuff. Like an Angelina Jolie, National Geographic.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like all that. That would be kind of cool too. Just like if they made this a series of movies, mini docs.
I mean, why? Yeah, why not?
That'd be dope.
All these Hollywood actors are always involved in all these issues, so it brings awareness. It definitely brings awareness.
Yeah.
And there's a couple cool moments. Like he spoke with like the president, and like he meets all these people. Like so, it's nice. It's pretty good. But other than that, you been watching any other films or TV shows?
I recently saw Mr. Church. It's a movie starring Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
where he's like the
he's a cook.
was he the chef or
Yeah, he's like the chef. He's the chef for her mother and her daughter, basically.
How's that?
Um, it was actually good. I was pleasantly surprised.
It's like a drama.
Huh?
It's like a drama or a
Yeah,
comedy.
it's a drama. It's one of his more serious roles. So,
Okay.
um, it's like a family drama where
Eh.
it's I don't know. I don't want to. Well, I guess is this spoiler alert or not? Like,
Are you about to spoil it?
I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna spoil it. But let me suppress. But basically, Eddie Murphy plays this really brilliant character, um, and he's helping out this mother and the daughter whose dad basically isn't around, so he becomes like this man in the house, like a presence. And,
Hmm.
he lives with the girl for most of her whole life, so it's like an interesting movie where like his personal life is sort of not talked about, but like his service makes him look like an angel, and then there's just a little bit about that. They don't hash that out completely, like his personal life, but they
Yeah.
illuminate that he's just like great wherever he is, even though he has like inner demons. He's like shielding, people from. But, yeah.
Okay.
All in all, pretty good movie.
Yeah, I
Mr.
wasn't
Church.
super excited about it, so we'll see.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I wasn't like. It's not like an action flick. Like, it's not something that. I mean, it'd be a good date movie, probably.
I need to go see Doctor Strange for sure.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that one.
And but TV shows, I've been watching Westworld. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about it. I'm not up on Westworld yet.
It is insane. It is. I'm just gonna say it's one of the best new shows out there, man. Like HBO has done it again. It's only on say 5 or 6 episodes in,
Oh,
but
okay.
I won't spoil anything. But the basic premise is it's kind of like a thriller, sci-fi mystery type of show. And the basic premise is it's sometime in the future, and like if you have a lot of money, instead of going on these vacations, you go to this place called Westworld, where they build all these. They create these basically robots that are superhuman like. You can't really tell the difference between the robots and the humans for the most part.
Yeah.
And like they put them in like the old west, in like old west setting. And the world's massive. And like the people who go to visit, they can do whatever they want, be whoever they want. Basically, it's like your story in the Wild West. And people are people and people are fucked up. So like they do a lot of fucked up shit to like these robots and like they die and stuff. And then
Huh.
you know how with robots, all of these movies and TV shows eventually like kind of start to get a little bit consciousness, and
Yeah.
like remembering things and like having little sort of free will, I would kind of say. And like,
Right.
and it's just kind of like exploring like that whole concept of like, and it's just a whole bunch of tension and like suspense and like you don't really know where it's gonna lead, but it's gonna like end up bad, and you like
Yeah.
and what's his name? He's the God damn it, Hannibal Lecter.
Like
I forget his name.
the
The
TV
actor
show or
Anthony
the movie?
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. He's like the main creator of the park, and like yeah,
I didn't know
it's.
if Anthony's in it, then it's worth watching for sure.
It's worth watching. It's definitely worth watching. There's a lot of good acting and a lot of like good moments in it, and like you don't really know where it's going to go, and it's just like it's good.
Okay.
So Westworld, if y'all haven't started,
West.
watch Westworld. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, nah, I've been. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I was watching. I finished like the last season of the show called The Originals. I don't know if you've ever
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's like a vampire movie, or I mean a vampire show.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
on
of it. I
Netflix.
just haven't seen it.
Oh yeah,
It's
you
on
should check it
Netflix?
out. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's like one of my favorite shows actually. Apparently though, it's like a spin-off from Vampire Diaries, and I never knew that. So like I watched like 3 seasons of it, and then like found out later that it was like a spinoff from Vampire Diaries, and I was like, oh, that's crazy because I never watched Vampire Diaries. I was like, that doesn't sound like a show I'd like, but
Yeah.
you know, like apparently because the originals are just like the first vampires ever made, so like it's like about their family, and like they're kind of vicious, but like you know they kill vampires and shit, and like witches are scared of them and all this shit. But like these, I don't know, it's this crazy vampire world with werewolves and witches, but in this really realistic way. It's like set in New Orleans, and it's pretty cool. But I found out they got picked up for a fourth season, so I think in about a year they'll have another season out. It's a CW show.
Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot of shows. You know, there's so many nowadays. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything, but
Yeah, Atlanta, you know.
Atlanta. I watch Flash. You know, Agents of Shield, all the superhero ones, and then you get the Netflix ones that come out. You know, every couple months. So it's.
I heard they were making a Daredevil spinoff. I mean, not a Daredevil, a Punisher. Punisher.
They are because he was too good. He was too fucking good.
Yeah, like
he was too good. Season
once
2.
the Punisher came into the Daredevil, I was like,
I like the
shocked.
Punisher more than Daredevil. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, this dude is fucking brutal.
Without the Punisher, the Daredevil wouldn't have been good. Like,
Season
well,
2
I mean,
was
Wilson
definitely-
Fisk is tight, but like the Punisher took the whole show to another level.
yeah, he elevated that whole show definitely in season 2. He was fucking brutal. Like
brutal, dog. Like, that was cold. That was so cold.
Netflix, they're killing it. And I got a Luke Cage reaction coming up here soon. I just getting around to it.
To see that. Luke Cage.
Just getting around to it. I got a Luke Cage one, and I got a Fargo season 2 one that is coming out here soon. So
nice.
But other than that, any other news? Only news I want to say is Facebook is trying it again. They're trying to get people to start buying shit. But this time on Instagram.
Oh.
Instagram will soon have like tags that you can tap on and just buy shit from.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
They keep trying. God bless their hearts.
They do. They keep trying to force in weird stuff that you're like, this is not what I use this for.
Yeah.
Like, I don't use this for that. Like, it's just getting to the point where that stuff is annoying. Like, don't have all these ads for fucking shopping. I don't shop.
I don't think it'll ever work just because that's, like you said, that's not what people use those platforms for. And they kind of, shoehorned themselves into that type of way when they first started it, where it's just a social network. And
yeah,
you don't go on there. I for sure don't go on there. Like, damn, let me go buy some shit, Like,
they need to create an entirely separate app.
If they want to do that, yeah, you'd have to. You can't.
Like,
they can't try to use the same established brands like that. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't even say Facebook's really a brand. It's just like a website. Like,
right. Yeah, like what other products do they create that I'd be into aside from Instagram, which they acquired?
Oculus Rift, which
I
mean, actually, they bought that too, but
yeah. Like, what do they
like,
do? What do they create that like I need? Like, that's not Facebook and free.
Nothing.
Nothing. They're
and
not.
I wouldn't have Facebook if my grandma and them wasn't on Facebook too. Now.
I know, like the
older
generation has finally got Facebook.
Yeah, they finally are.
But they're like doing the like day one Facebook stuff that like we know not to do anymore. It's like the stuff that we stopped doing like 9 years ago. Like on Facebook, they just started doing now, like poking. You just realize, you can still poke on Facebook.
I'm like, come on, grandma, you can't be poking me on Facebook, man. Sending me game requests for Farmville and
tagging you in comments,
come on, man.
Like love and stuff. Like
come on. It ruined it. Facebook is dead for me. I'm done.
I couldn't believe it. It was
I
great
use
for a
it.
while, but
I use it for our Facebook page and for my relatives to message them every now and then. That's it. They be like, I comment on all your pictures. You don't never say anything.
I don't use Facebook like that.
I'm like, come on, Auntie. I don't use it like that, man.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell my family. Like, Facebook, like, all of that is social media. That's like online personality.
Yeah, I don't do that, man. They don't even show posts anymore. It's all videos. That's it. Just all videos reshared.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, Facebook is dead for me.
Yep. It's all about the collective. 2B.
Speaking of which, I have some announcement for that this week. Make some changes. Well, not changes, but adding some stuff. Little things here and there. Keep cleaning it up. So yeah. And we got some videos, some interviews coming up here soon. Get that going. If you haven't checked out our YouTube, you should do that. It's at the LLF Official. And we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of my reactions in video form now. We got our podcast stuff on there. Got some interviews, and we're going to have some little video shorts coming up here soon. So if you have not checked it out, you should check it out and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to our weekly newsletter, you can do that at livinglifefearless.co into your email. And every week we send you a little roundup of everything, all the content we're producing, as well as some exclusive stuff. So you should definitely sign up for that and stay tuned for everything that we got coming up. We have more of these podcasts. We're going to do these now every other week for the Fearless Show. And in between, we'll do the music files every other week. So we'll alternate them. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Music files is going to be packed. There's so much music every day.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I got a lot of stuff about that next week, so stay tuned for next week. We're talking about a lot of stuff and music. But thanks for checking in. This has been episode 6 of the Fearless Show. Catch you guys in 2 weeks.
All right, y'all. Let's keep living life fearless.
Peace.